Hey everyone, you're watching Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens. Today we are live at Bishop T.D. Jakes' Mega Fest in my hometown, Dallas, Texas. And I'm so thrilled and honored because I get to interview BET's Vice President for Talent and Casting for Original Programming, Miss Robi Reed. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And how are you doing today? Or have you been enjoying the Mega Fest?
I love it. I love being here. There's so much talent and so just spirituality, just good vibrations everywhere. I'm happy to be here.
And I've been enjoying all of your panels and everything. It's been great having you here and just getting your input on different things.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Yes.
So before we get into how you've opened so many doors for some of the top actors and actresses such as Samuel L. Jackson, Halle Berry, Denzel Washington, and even Beyonce, I wanted to start off by just learning, how did you have it? Where did you find your passion for casting? Because I read that when you were 15 and watching your brother audition, you found your interest. So can you explain that?
Well, I was definitely exposed to film and TV at an early age because of people I went to school with whose parents worked in the business, as well as my baby brother who was a child actor. And one day, as I accompanied him on his auditions, I asked who was that he was going to see in the room or behind that closed door. And I was told the casting director, and explained what a casting director did. And it was in that moment I believed that it was something I could do. And I was actually even younger than 15. But at 15, I determined this is it. I was an avid reader growing up and would always pick up a book. When I read it, would have to put an actor in the character before I could actually read the book. I didn't realize I was actually casting. I was getting groomed for it then, but I believe that it was a gift from God, that the gift for talent, the eye for talent that I have, and that it's my purpose and what I should be doing.
That's amazing. So since then, you casted over 50 films and television shows, such as like the majority of Spike Lee joins, Best Man, The New Edition Story, Poetic Justice, a lot of classics, and you've even become the first African American to receive an Emmy for casting. So, what is your unique formula in casting that you have earned to be such a distinguished and sought after casting director? What is your unique formula?
Prayer.
Oh, wow.
I seek God in everything. Again, I believe that was a gift that He gave to me. And so with that, it just, I believe, comes something that is innate and supernatural. I hope that's not too, well, we are at a spiritual conference, so it's okay. But I believe that, also knowing, I connect with truth. When an actor comes in the room, and for me, it's seamless. You don't feel they're acting, and you can look into their eyes and feel their truth. That's what does it for me. And you can see that with somebody that has experience or someone that's never stepped in front of a camera, i.e. Mekhi Phifer, who I cast in Clockers, i.e. Rosie Perez, who I cast in Do the Right Thing, i.e. Derek Luke, who I cast in the Antoine Fisher Story. It is with everyone who has that thing, and that's what that thing is. And you talk about that, what is it, the charisma that someone has. It really is in their eyes, and you kind of know it, and you sense it, and then you discover it.
Wow. Do you feel like you faced a lot of barriers as a black and an African American and a woman in casting and in this industry? Do you feel like you face a lot of different obstacles?
Absolutely, I did, and it was in the beginning, and certainly, it continued on. But early on, because I think with Spike, we kind of came on the scene with such a burst, and that take no prisoners and by any means necessary, and that guerrilla filmmaking, we're just going to get it done. That we had that attitude and just that sense of, belief in ourselves. In Oslo, that was stemmed in me from attending an HBCU, which Hampton University is my alma mater. Right. When I left there, I believed I could do anything, and then I met Spike. So certainly, as I moved on to more mainstream outlets, i.e. the big studios, they had their favorites. And I was lesser known and less experienced, but I had people like Eddie Murphy who said, yes, this is who I want to have cast my movie, even though I hadn't done a big studio film. and people that kind of, stood by and fought for me, that helped. And, I was able to kick down those doors.
That's amazing. One of my favorite quotes that I always hear you say is that those who wanted, and then there's two sets of people, those who want it and those who can't live without it. So what does it mean to just not be able to live without it?
Well, I think that it means just that. And you don't stop at anything. And I was just thinking about that as I came from this last panel of pitching, and how the kind of rule of thumb is you have a good idea, 50 other people have that same idea. And although we're hearing those great ideas in the room, you could look up next week and someone is developing your idea. But you don't stop there. You don't give up. And so I feel like it's that same way with acting, because you're going to get a lot of no's before you get your yeses. And you're going to have a lot of auditions, and some you won't ever get. But if you believe that is what you are there to do, and it's not just the want, but I gotta do this and nothing else can stop me from doing this, then that's what you do.
Definitely. Well, that's awesome. And also, I know that you have Reed for Hope. So can you talk just a little bit about your beautiful foundation?
Yes, Reed for Hope Foundation. It's a 501c3 charity, and it's health and wellness. And it's about taking care of yourself, your healthiest self, healthy living, healthy lifestyles. So taking the platform of celebrities or well-known talent and personalities, and using their voice to encourage getting healthy, if that means, taking your examinations annually, fighting disease prevention, having information about HIV, AIDS, diabetes, high blood pressure, all of those things that can cut our lives short. And then, of course, empowering women to be our healthiest that we can be, because when women heal, the world heals.
Awesome. So you are an amazing casting director. You have an incredible foundation, and you've even produced. So what is next for you?
Whatever God says is next. I have a wonderful Bible study that I founded. We're in our 10th year. Started in my home 7.5 years ago. Now we've moved on, and we have a venue that we use. But Devon Franklin is our speaker annually. I co-founded it with my partner, Holly Carter, who I also co-founded the Merge Conference and Merge Summit with, which is also a faith-based conference where we take faith and entertainment and we meet them.
And lastly, what are some words of wisdom that you would just want to leave with some young artists today?
That it might sound cliche, but you really do have to believe in yourself first. Stay in prayer, stay focused, always prepare, bring your A game, because if you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready. An opportunity is going to knock, and when it comes, you want to be able to step through that door and say, this is me, and have them remember you. And you might not get the job that day, but trust and believe they will remember who you are, and there will be a day where that job will have your name on it.
Thank you so much, Miss Reed. And thank you, everybody, for watching Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens.